start of a new season, coach of Hull KR, how ready are you for the challenge of leading one of the biggest clubs in the competition?
Soon find out. Been a really good pre-season, strong pre-season. I've had a good 6 to 8 months to prepare, so really looking forward to the start of the season. But as I say, it's always challenging when you ride the roller coaster. I've been in rugby league long enough now to know it's not all rosy. So there'll be some bumps along the way, but we'll get through them.
How important was that period of time? You knew you were getting a job, you knew you were coming in, you could plan for the new year rather than just being parachuted in at the last minute.
Yeah, I was fortunate being my first head coaching role. I'm grateful for that because it's given me time to plan and prepare. I think if you get thrown straight in and you're not ready, then you're in some serious trouble. So, I've obviously done my apprenticeship, but in terms of the 6 to 8 months, it was a good time for me to be able to prepare and plan. And I suppose, it's just set the structure of the club that we needed. It's been good.
You've got 2 young halfbacks coaching this year at Hull KR. I presume your emphasis will be on attack, and it's something that Tony and Rowan Smith have been saying, we need to entertain. Will that be your philosophy this year?
It is, but to be honest, defence, I'm a big believer in you need to get your defence sorted first. I totally understand the game over here in terms of, and I played in it, and now I'm coaching in it, that we are in the entertainment business, so we need to entertain, and we'll definitely do that. I'm a believer in that you give your players freedom to play, but there needs to be some element of discipline within that. But I think you need to earn the right to be able to play some footy, so you do that by defending well. So that's my philosophy. Obviously, if I had to pick one, it'd be defence over attack, but they are just as important as each other.
In terms of your overseas imports, wasn't a great year last year for Rovers because you didn't get enough game time out of some of those players. You've recruited a little bit differently this year. Do you think the guys that you've got are going to give you what you need? Yeah,
absolutely. That's what I've got them over here to do. So, there's a lot of factors that come into play when an Australian comes over to this side of the world, to England to play. Obviously, how to handle the weather conditions, how to handle, as I said before, the different stadiums, and there's a little bit of adversity around that, but it's more so around obviously their families settling in. That's the key, making sure that they settle in, but their families settle in more importantly, because they get to go to training every day, they get to live their dream. If they're not happy at home, then that can affect the players as well. So providing all that's in place, which at the moment so far so good, then I'm expecting the players to perform.
Off the field, a new board of directors with investment on the horizon, own the stadium, some redevelopment there. You probably haven't seen yet, but you'll get to experience Craven Street and all that kind of thing. Exciting times to be involved with a club like that.
It is, absolutely it is. We're ready to take off. We're in a good position, and I'm fortunate that I'm in a position now to be able to ride the wave with the club in a positive way. So a lot of hard work needs to be done. There's a lot of hard work that has been done, but we haven't done anything yet. We need to work hard. We need to still have that vision of where we want to go and have a plan how to get there. So we're doing that at the moment.
And just finally for me, in terms of your playing career, obviously hugely well thought of over here. You know what it's like, you know what the crowds are like. How much do you remember of that time and how fondly do you remember it?
Yeah, love it. I was saying this morning that my year at Wigan was one of the best years of my life, no doubt. The people are great over here. The environment to play, like they love their rugby league. I know it's only might be in smaller pockets, but those areas, those towns and those cities that love their rugby league, they are really, really passionate. And to be honest, they are far louder than what the Australian crowd are. And it's really enjoyable to play. Great memories as a player. Now I want to create great memories as a coach.
And shame that Gateshead didn't kick on, because again that year you were there, it could have been anything. And if we were talking 20 years hence now, there should have been a Super League team up in the Newcastle area.
Yeah, it is. It was obviously, it's a business. So at the time, the business wasn't making too much money, so they had to move, and they went to Hull FC at the time. But it's a shame because there was a lot of hard work that went into that. I know Shane Richardson and Kath Hetherington did a wonderful job, and they kept it behind the scenes of what was happening quiet. We just assumed that everything was fine, and then obviously they made the decision at the end of the year to move to Hull FC. But it was a good time in my life too.